Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. If you enjoyed these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a Grand Seiko timepiece that's best described as a modern homage to the early Grand Seiko of the 1960s. The first decade of the brand brought us memorable styles and breakthrough calibers, and today this Grand Seiko Automatic SBGR261 in stainless steel channels the spirit of that era with modern fit, finish, and detailing. On my 16cm circumference wrist, the watch is 39.5 millimeters in diameter. It's neither thick nor thin, at 13.5 millimeters thick, but it does have a generously domed box section sapphire and a slanted conical bezel that allow it to easily slide beneath a dress cuff. Lug-to-lug, it's a nicely constrained case. You'll be able to appreciate that at only 46.9 millimeters across the wrist, lug-to-lug, this is a watch easily acceptable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The spacing between the lugs, 19 millimeters, so if you want to accessorize, that is the size to order, but consider the factory strap, which is a handsome piece. Like the rest of the watch, made in Japan and handmade. It has a red-brown coloration with a monotone stitch, a little bit of bolstering, large rectangular scale, supple calfskin on the bottom, and it is a very supple calfskin, and a handsome deployant clasp with a vintage-style Grand Seiko font and rusticated center on the logo, a metal strap minder built right in. It is a full, high-polished steel deployant clasp with a thoughtful trigger actuation system, so you must positively disengage it. It cannot accidentally pop open. That is a refinement that Grand Seiko owners of the 1960s could only imagine. The case is beautifully executed in the fashion that Grand Seiko executes some of its more vintage-inspired cases. This is not the polyhedron from the 9S series. Here you can see it's a little bit more rounded, a little bit more of a mid-century design with clearly distinct lugs, broken out and visually separate from the volumetric form of the case. It is handsome, and it does feature Grand Seiko's signature black polishing, which is known as Zaratsu, executed using hand pressure and artisan skill against a rotating tin plate, and it is flawless. One of my favorite details, I'm going to do my best to show it to effect, is that there is a sharp crease or cleft between the junction of the lug and the case, and that only occurs between the lugs, but it is a sharply defined and dramatic partition, and it's emblematic of the attention to detail lavished on this outwardly simple watch. You will note that there are apertures for using your strap tool to swap up straps, so this is great for those who like to swap straps at home. The dial is a lush lacquered ivory or cream. It does have an ecru tinge to it. I'm not sure if it's evoking the color of 60s Grand Seiko dials or evoking the color of patina, but it's a beautiful complement to the hand-finished and hand-laid faceted and polished indices. Dial furniture, hands, indices, logo on a Grand Seiko, the equal of the best in Switzerland, and by that I'm calling out Rolex. Blued steel, lancet counterweighted seconds hand, and an aperture for the date at 3 o'clock. It has a wonderful luster about it, a combination of the sharp, hard glare of the metal with the soft glow of the cream lacquer. Turn it over, and we have a Grand Seiko manufacturer caliber adjusted in a chronometer beating 6 positions, chronometers generally 5. This is a 9S65 automatic 3-day power reserve, 28.8 beat rate. It features hacking seconds and a quick set date, 35 jewels constructed entirely in-house. Everything from the Dia-Shock shock protection to the Sprawn hairspring made by Grand Seiko. They even make their stones, they make their sapphire crystals front and back, they make their own lubricants. Automatic winding, and in this case 30 meters water resistant, so not an aquatic timepiece. It's nevertheless a versatile timepiece for those times when you are high and dry. You have hacking or stop seconds and a quick set date, so you can rapidly cycle should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. A handsome alternative to something like an Omega Aquaterra or a Rolex Datejust. This is a command performance in dress watches from Grand Seiko. You see this rare SBGR261 and make it yours on the Watchbox.